Okay. So like I said, my name is Dr. Ruthann Newton-Lyburn out of Freeport, Bahamas. A little bit of background on myself. I've been in the network marketing space for, Lord, I don't even want to admit it, but my baby is 13 and literally I came in when he was like in my arms. So 13 years, or let's say 12, I'll give myself 12 years. 12 years I've been in the network marketing space. I've been a part of many companies, and every company that I have been a part of, I've actually gone to the top because that's what I believe in doing, especially when products can change lives. That's what I'm about. And so coming upon this opportunity has simply been amazing, especially in a time for me. For those that don't know me, in 2015, I like to say that I was swept off of my feet, and I haven't been able to actually walk since then. And, when that happened, I was like, taken aback by God to say like, what just transpired. However, it's all good. And him and I have our conversations. I sometimes have to say, God, like, what happened? What did I do wrong? But I realized I didn't do anything wrong. However, this is the cards that he dealt me for right now, and I gotta make the best of it. Hey. And one of the things that happened during this time since 2015 is, like I said, I stopped walking, but it started with a scratch on my back and a strip in my eye. And then I was diagnosed. After that, they did an ANA test. It came back with double-stranded ANA. And so they said I had lupus, discoid lupus, didn't have any lesions. So then they said I had lupus SLE. And then from not having lupus SLE or having lupus SLE, then when they saw that I had problems starting to walk, they said TM, which is transverse myelitis, which simply means your myelin sheath is unraveling on your spinal column. And after that, they then said I went and got diagnosed in the States with a natural doctor. And well, the doctors over here in Freeport, one eye doctor said it was MS. They did MRI, came back with no scarring. So, okay, they ruled out MS. I went to a naturopath doctor in the States. The naturopath doctor dealt with me. He took blood, he looked at everything. And then he said to me, well, I hate to put names to anything. However, it definitely looks very similar to that of multiple sclerosis. I was like, oh no. And I was really, taken aback by that, because for me, my mom's eldest sister had been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And in her diagnosis, she had been confined to a wheelchair. And so for me, that was kind of like, I don't really want to be confined to a wheelchair. I don't want that to be me. I don't want me to be that person. And so I told him, I was like, no, man, Dr. Abdo, I don't think it's that. But he said, well, okay, like I tell you, I don't like to put names to anything. So let's keep it nameless. However, you need to rest. And of course, I didn't want to listen. So he told me to stay in the States and rest, but I didn't want to because my son was graduating, my firstborn son. I do have 6 kids, but I adopted 2. So my older kids had already graduated from school, but the one that I had born was graduating, and I wanted to come home. And of course, when I came home, me and my mom were staying in the hotel in the Marriott right there in Fort Lauderdale. And I wanted to take a shower because I'd been sleeping on my sister's couch because I couldn't get back upstairs for nearly over a month and taking baths in a bowl. And it must have been preparing me for this, eh? But I went and I took a shower. I was standing in the shower. I stepped backwards and I fell and I couldn't get up. My mom was like, I'm going to call 911. I was like, no, don't call 911. I'm naked. No. And so she didn't. But as soon as I got back to Freeport, guys, I basically had to go to the hospital. I was in so much pain. Like I said, they diagnosed me then with transverse myelitis because I wasn't able to walk. I was able to like stand and transfer, but I could not walk. And the journey from there just kind of kept going and going and going. In 2016, I went back to the States. I had an issue breathing one day when I was over there. It felt like I was wearing one, those garments that we wear. It felt like it was 10 times too small. I was like, oh my God, I can't breathe. And guys, listen to me. I went to the hospital. They put the oxygen meter on my finger and it's still red at 95 or 96. So they were like, you're fine. And I'm like, y'all don't understand. I feel like I can't breathe. And so long story short, I was then diagnosed with something called neuromyelitis optica. And that thing that I was feeling that felt like I couldn't breathe was what they call the MS hugger band. It's an invisible band that you can't see, touch, or feel, but I can feel it. But a doctor can't see it with the naked eye, and I don't even think they can see it on an X-ray or anything, MRIs or anything. But it's just a tightening around, for instance, your lung area, and it literally makes you feel like you can't breathe. It just feels like you're wearing a garment. And so long story short, this NMO, neuromyelitis optica, means neuro, brain, optica, nerve, eyes. And then in 2017, I fall into a coma. I fall into a coma. When I come out of a coma, by the end of 2017, I've lost sight in my left eye. My right arm, this arm right here, is completely numb, can't feel anything on it at all. And so this is how I went into 2018, can't see, can't feel on the arm, having to have a full-time caregiver, live-in caregiver with me at that time. And of course, in 2019, Dorian hit Freeport and child depression kicked in for everybody here in Grand Bahama. It was not an easy time and an easy task to even get over. So when I was brought this opportunity in 2019, November, first of all, my sister, my beloved sister, Dr. Helen Delahousse, CSMO of Sankey, she must see new. Don't ask Rusan, just ask me who I know, but don't ask me because I'm not interested. And seriously, I was not interested. And the reason why I wasn't interested, because I had lost one of my best friends in Dorian. She died literally 2 days later out of diabetic complications because she was on dialysis. And of course, she had tried to get the dialysis right before the storm, and it didn't happen because the line was so long. And long story short, it was complications with her dialysis, not getting it in time. She died and left 2 amazing sons behind. And that really impacted me. So when Dr. Helen asked me, I just said, you know what? Yeah, okay, I know 2 people, Nurse Donnelly, Pastor Terrell. And then of course I invited my girlfriend Elaine over because she did shipping. So, and she's in Turks. So I was like, okay, Elaine, do you want to come and check this out? She actually was already in Florida at the time. So she said, yeah, no problem, I'll check it out. So she also came as well. And then Donnelly invited another nurse, Nurse Agatha, over as well. So there were 4 of us, well, 3 from the Bahamas, 1 from Turks, present at that meeting. And guys, everybody was given, access to this green liquid, very cold, very chilled, tastes delicious at the time. I drank 2 cups of it. And 6 hours later, I felt a tingling in the tips of my fingers. That right there was like, what is going on here? This can't possibly be. Guys, my hand, this right arm had been completely numb to the point where I had gotten a slice right here on my arm from my tire on my wheelchair, because I used to have the tires that are like bicycle tires, not just the smooth wheelchair tires. And so that tire one day had literally rubbed the skin off to blood after I'd come off the basketball court doing my rounds. And my caregiver was like, Ms. Ruthan, why is your arm bleeding like that? And I was like, I don't even know what she's talking about. And sure enough, the wheelchair had cut me from that numbness. And so I invited them over, and this tingling in my finger, I was like, this can't possibly be, this has to be a placebo. I was getting a magnetic test done at the time by the natural pathologist, Rhonda Isaacs from Trinidad and Tobago. And I was like, Rhonda, like, is this even possible? And she's like, well, if it has what it says it has in it, and if it does what like Dr. Adiasem say it can do, it's definitely possible. And I was like, there's no way, shoot, I've been taking pills for 5 years. There's no way that I take something and 6 hours later I'm feeling in my fingertips. But long story short, what I found over the next course of months was that even the strength in my core started to return, to the point where exercise, because before I'd go to physical therapy, when I go to physical therapy and I do it 5 days a week, I was like, everybody in Grand Bahama who's ever been to physical therapy at the government facility knows me because I've been there for 5 years. And when I would go 5 days a week, I'd be physical therapy 3 days a week, gym 2 days a week, or vice versa, depending. And literally, guys, on Saturday and Sunday, my body would go and say, oh, it's tired, let me go to sleep. And it would literally just shut down. So Monday would come and it would be like, start over. And I'd be like, so Miss Robbie would be like, Ruthan, sit up. And I'm like, Miss Robbie, I'm sitting up. She's like, no, sit up. And, so I'd be, listen, guys, y'all don't know. Physical therapy ain't no joke. If you've ever been in physical therapy, it isn't a joke and it isn't fun. I call it the house of pain. You have to go through it to get to it. And so what I have found over the year is that everything has built upon itself. So my muscle strength has come back, and it's slowly more and more getting stronger and stronger every single time that I'm able to do something, to the point where I know last week I signed a document for my caregiver, and I was able to literally hold the pen between the two fingers, pointer and thumb, and sign my name, not hold it like a baby where you're gripping it like this. I was able to hold it like this between the two fingers, because at one point, when I first started these products, my fingers, these two fingers, used to be at war with each other. They didn't want to talk. They were like east and west. They were like, nope, not talking to you. But now my fingers are together. Also, my left eye is now open. This eye right here, hold on, this eye right here is the eye that has a problem. But you actually don't know which eye has the problem. When I first started this company, my left eye was completely shut down. Completely shut down. It was as if I was winking at people. And so I say this to tell you my why in Sankey, like what it's done for me, because I mean, it's done so many things for so many people, but I just want to share what it's done for me, because that's all I can really go by on my version. Now, many people have their version of why Sankey Why Now, but for me, my version of why Sankey Why Now is what it's absolutely done in my life. And, we always want to throw a disclaimer out there and let you know that we're not trying to say that we cure or mitigate any disease, but we definitely are able to assist in reversing, recovering, and restoring your body and bringing it to optimal health so that it can do what God created it to do. So we're not trying to say we're any miracle cure, but we definitely have some products that you need to take a look at. And we also don't want to make any financial claims, because, it's all up to you. If you do nothing, you get nothing. If you put the effort in, you will definitely benefit and reap the rewards. So that is my why Sankey Why Now. And yes, there are definitely many others on this line that could share their testimony of why Sankey Why Now. Let me see if any are available. Let us see here. I like to pick on people, right? Pick on people. Let's see. Pastor Barbara Evans, are you available? I don't know if you are. If you are, you can unmute your mic. If you're not, that's fine. But if you are, you can unmute and share your Sankey Why Now. Let me know.
A very pleasant good evening. My why Sankey Why Now can be many why Sankey Why Now. And it's simply because since I've started these products, it's been doing wonders for me and my family. For about 15 years, my daughter, she was diagnosed with lupus, and she had gone through brief psychosis. At one point, her mouth was twisted almost to her ear. She suffered from chronic pain, and she was just totally not herself. She couldn't walk. She was blind basically for 2.5 years. And so she is now on the products, and she kept having this pain a few weeks ago. And I said to her, are you going to get serious with taking the products? And she started to study medicine. So she is a chemist. And so she said, something, I don't like to put drugs into my body. And I explained to her that's the difference. These are not drugs, but these are natural supplements. So she took one night, she borrowed one from me, a Balage, and she took it. And ever since, she's not complaining about the pain. Her mother-in-law, she was on one of our Zoom meetings, and she heard about the Inner Seven, and she had chronic constipation problem, bowel movement. And now she swears by the Inner Seven. As a matter of fact, she don't like to even run out of it. And my husband, about in 2020, in 2019, we went to Atlanta, he ate some food, had a stomach virus, and it spiked his sugar. We had to bring him back to Nassau in a wheelchair, rush him to the hospital, and his glucose level was out of whack. In 2020 of November, I was introduced by Nurse Lydia Adderley, and he's been taking the products ever since. And every time we do his glucose reading since November, it's normal. He's still on very light meds, but he vained himself of some of the other ones. and he's on just one that he takes when he feel like. And we have a normal reading. And so why Sankey Why now is for a number of reasons for me. I think we have leaders on this call tonight. What I would say to you, if you really get serious about the business, for some reason, I'm not thinking about the money just yet, but I'm thinking about the many persons that I can help, that I can get these products in their hand and have their lives rearranged. And I think it was Nurse Jennifer said last night, to put a smile on their face one more time, because that is what Sankey did for me. It gave me my life back. I was sluggish, fatigue all the time. My memory was out of whack. I have a back injury where I could not walk in 2018, 2019, I could not walk in and out of hospital. And ever since November, I'm the first out of bed. I'm back kind of washing my dishes and doing my chores. And of course, because of the thyroid, I had a partial thyroidectomy. And so because of that, the weight was just almost impossible to get off. And bit by bit, I'm losing in inches. And I know when you lose in inches, it will soon be equivalent to the pounds. And so why Sankey Why now? I will always say that it changed my life forever. That's my why Sankey Why now.
Wow. Thank you so much, Pastor Barbara. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And guys, you heard what she had to say. You heard that amazing testimony. That is absolutely fantastic. And then I want to share somebody else's testimony. One of my friends here in Grand Bahama, I remember, maybe I would say now it's probably over a month. Yeah, it would be over a month now. Probably 2 months, maybe. There was a circulation on WhatsApp and it said, so-and-so needs blood. Nina needs blood. She needs assistance. So of course I'm not able to give blood. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm also anemic by trait, but I am universal blood. And I guess because I have an autoimmune as well. But anyway, long story short, I was like, I need to get these products to Nina. So send her messages. She didn't respond. It's fine. And one thing about me, guys, I can keep on sending you messages until you tell me, Ruthann, you can take me off that list, please. Like, don't send me no more messages. I'll be like, okay, cool. And I'll take you off and you don't have to worry about it. No love lost. Don't hate you. Love it, love it, love it. So long story short, amazingly enough, her aunt got involved in the company with me. And so she says to me one day, she says, man, I need to get my niece on one of these, on these products. So I was like, so when she started, she said she's in Freeport. So when she started describing her situation, I was like, is Nina your niece? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, hold a sec. I've been trying to speak to Nina, but I don't know how long. So long story short, Nina had fibroids. She'd been bleeding for over 1.5 years. And she started the products. And I think she said when she first started the products, she stopped bleeding. That was her first thing. Second thing she noticed immediately was because the fibroid was so big, it was pushing on her bladder. So she used to have to wear, the disposable underwear, adult underwear, the pads constantly, because even when she went to sleep, she'd constantly find herself peeing uncontrollably because of this pressure sitting on her bladder. And, when she noticed that this pads and these adult underwear, disposables, as I call them, was dry. So she's like, hold on now, you mean I ain't peeing up myself no more? This is insane. And so then one day when she went to the bathroom, she said, I think she said about 2 weeks in, this foul odor and foul stuff just started coming out, excreted out of her. And she was like, what was that? She said, Ruthann, that was bad. It was bad. It was awful. It stunk. The smell was awful. And I had to listen to her testimony again this morning because I was like, how many weeks did she say she was measured at? When she first went to the doctor prior to taking the products, she had just been measured by the doctors at 27 weeks pregnant because of the thyroid. Because of the fibroid in her stomach. Would you believe now measuring at 17 weeks pregnant? To me, that's absolutely incredible. And she's, constantly taking the products, of course. She has a testimony about her father with glaucoma and her daughter with weight loss who has insulin resistant. But, you know, before I keep on going on with all these testimonies and don't get to the important part of some of the meat and the juice, let me continue, guys, because I could go on and on and on all day with testimonies. But this tree represents what we're really about. You know, we want you to understand that we are feeding you from the roots with our products, because on the left side, it's showing you what happens to our bodies. Our bodies lose energy in the crisis because of the damaged mitochondria, which is the energy of our cells. We start to lose a lack of circulation. Chronic inflammation is developed, because you will find, and you know, anybody on this line that's ever followed, say, Dr. Sebi, God rest his soul, what did he speak about all the time? Inflammation, mucus, get it out, you'll be well. Inflammation, mucus, get rid of it, you'll be well. Chronic inflammation causes a lot of diseases, guys. The metabolic syndrome and oxidative stress messes up our body, and chronic degenerative diseases are developed because of this. But guess what our products do? They create a healthy mitochondria. They improve the circulation going through your body. It definitely reduces inflammation, gets rid of that mucus. It deals with the natural abundant MG and restores your antioxidants and increases your performance and feel to live and look better. That is what Sankey is all about, because we are trying to bring your body to homeostasis, full balance. That is what our motto, our mantra is. And also to feed the mitochondria, the microbiome, which is the bacteria that lives within us, to make sure that it's balanced. Because once you can get your microbiome balanced, which sits in the gut and all over the body and the skin and the mouth and the eyes and the brain, everywhere has the microbiome. Once we can balance that out and we are feeding it what it needs, then guess what? The body can now start doing what God created it to do, which is heal itself. Our products aren't going to heal you. Your body is going to heal itself. However, it needs to be in the right position in order to do so. So what does the Balage do? The Balage actually improves blood circulation. So listen, for all the women on this line, listen to me and hear me good. For all the women on this line that have men in their lives that have issues, and I say this with all respect, that have issues with erectile dysfunction, whether it's your brother, your family member, like, you know, you have that brother that might come and talk to you about things, or, you know, if it's your husband, listen to me, guys, hear me and hear me good. Balage will assist with erectile dysfunction because of it improves blood circulation. That's what it does. It also increases hydration at the cellular level. So it actually has the main ingredients in it is the bacteria off of the olive leaf that is curated every 21 days based on the microbiome of a woman, because a woman's cycle is 21 days. So it's curated every 21 to 27 days. And then also the rosemary, but it also has olive extract in it, the oil, which allows the product to actually permeate and go straight through into the blood cells, nanoparticle size. We have an advanced delivery system patented by Sankey Global alone. It also increases hydration at the cellular level, guys. Like I said, this is able to permeate the eye wall barrier, the brain barrier. So if you're suffering with anxiety and depression, and listen, depression has sunk in 2020, we need Balage in our cupboard. And we need to be giving this to our kids. You know, not only the fact that it can actually combat and has the white paper to combat viruses like influenza A, B, gastroenteritis, and SARS. Yeah, you heard me, and SARS by 85%, but can also build your immune system by 43%. And trust me, so many kids are suffering right now because they are in a depression and don't know what to do or where to turn. Yes, they are turning to the church. Yes, they are praying. Yes, we have taught them well, but sometimes they need a little help, just a little help. So it reactivates our body's antioxidants and increases energy production naturally. The inner 7 balances your pH. The main ingredients in this is magnesium and potassium. It comes from about 321 meters in the deep ocean of Japan. It also improves natural defense mechanisms and stimulates relaxation and revitalization. This is the product that you heard Pastor Evans speak about. Her daughter's mother-in-law won't go without. The inner 7, the purified salt water. Not only are those 2 main ingredients, magnesium and potassium, like I said, how it also has on top of that 65 other essential minerals needed to revitalize the body, but it stimulates relaxation, revitalization, and it improves the digestion. And just like Pastor Evans said, I had another person that spoke so highly about when she takes the inner 7, that's what she's taking it for, to make sure to have that full bowel pass, because it really assists her in that area. what I have found in even taking these products, that my hemoglobin level has come up from a 7 point, I think it was 7.9 or 8.2 the last time. It's now 11. So I'm not to 13 yet. I haven't checked in the last like four months. So probably when I go back, it might be there. But I have never been around the regular, level, which is about 13. So I am super proud to now actually even say that I'm an 11. And then our Hasaki improves protein absorption by 20%. It increases the oxidation of fat. It provides energy to trillions of the mitochondria. Like I said earlier, that's the energy of your cells, and it nourishes the microbiota with over 596 metabolites. Metabolites are what are the end process of digestion, and 596 stands for all the processes that it has to go through in order to digest your food. This Hasaki nourishes all of that to make sure that you metabolize all your food correctly. This is an incredible product, especially for meal enhancement, meal replacement, colon disorders, men that are suffering with prostate issues, get them on the Hasaki, get them on the Balaj. Definitely they need it. Cronwy Fire, and also the Hasaki is able to turn up the flora in your gut, in your body, and turn it down when needed, as well as it helps with estrogen and testosterone issues. Our Cronwy Fire increases thermogenesis to remove fatty tissue. So what does that mean? It's gonna burn that fat around that stomach area. And guys, we have so many testimonies. You heard Pastor Evans say, she really hasn't changed anything, but she's losing weight. The weight is coming off. You'd hear Pastor Wendell Lewis say the same thing, lost 10 pounds in a month, changing nothing, literally only drinking his Cronwy at night. We have another lady that was in the States, in Florida. She was saying, she had a thyroidectomy, and her problem was that every time she went on the scale said, give me more. It just never went down. And now she said 1 to 2 pounds every single day she is losing. And it's simply amazing. So this also reduces the absorption of calories in sugars and carbs. So this is the product for the high blood pressure, the diabetes, having sleep issues. This is what we give you. And of course, if you want to lose weight, this would be the product that we give you as well. It reduces, like I said, the absorption of calories in sugars and carbs. So burns the sugars, burns the carbs. It also cleans out the arteries. It helps flush the cholesterol out of your body. And then the gastroprotection and antioxidation. So that is our 4 products, guys. And we have the manuals to match it. We do in vivo clinical trials. It means we do it with human beings, guys. Are you hearing me? Human beings, we do our trials on. It's not, animals, it's humans. So that should tell you a lot about how these products work and how they work with people versus animals. You know what I'm saying? But I always like to draw the attention to the BSCG stamp right there in the middle. You'll always hear King Tim Trahan, who is a former NFL, as well as Jorik Battle, speak to the importance of that little symbol right there if you're a sportsman, because that's what they're looking at. A lot of them are very cautious. Like Tim will tell you, and Mr. Trahan will tell you, I was always very cautious when I was in the NFL of what I took. I didn't want to take the cough syrup just in case it had some drugs in it. Then when you look, you get flagged. So this is proving that all of our products are drug-free. They are 100% plant-based. They are 100% all natural. They are non-GMO. They are gluten-free. We are a part of the DMB, which is credibility, meaning you have to send in all your information to even have that symbol on your products. And also we are an advanced delivery system, means our products literally get in immediately. You ain't gotta worry about how long, I wonder how, no, immediately. And how do we know this? That same micro scanner stylus at the top there. Literally, guys, you can, as being a qualified and trained to utilize this tool, this will literally scan all the way down to your capillaries, and we will be able to tell you if there's calcified and inflammation and cholesterol issues going on. Sometimes you even see the parasites moving through the blood. Yeah, you heard me. You see the parasites. But we are in the JAMA, the Journal of American Medicine. We are in the Physician's Desk Reference down in Mexico. We are a part of the Blue Ocean Strategy, which means we create our own pathway. We create our own road. Nobody can catch up with us. We are a 51-year-old company, 40 years in formulation before they even brought it to the public. And they are still constantly formulating and making it better and better and better and better. So guys, by now I know you've decided where you want to start where you want to begin. So the choice is yours. You can start as a customer, which we love. We absolutely love customers here, Or you can do a Prime customer. You will pay 25% less. You will pay a fee to be a Prime customer. I think it's $49 to be, $45 to be a Prime member. $49 to be a Prime member. And once you do that, you will get the cheaper price, and you don't have to pay the $69. You can pay the $51, and that price is for the whole year. So if you're that individual, please get back to the person and let them know, okay, I want to try this product. I really want to get it, and you will be able to get that product. So to me, that's simply amazing. Now, if you want to be a regular customer, that's fine by us as well. There's no problem there. No love loss at all. Just get back to the person that brought you to this call, and they would be able to tell you where to begin there. Now, one of the other ways, the end way that we get paid, because we do get paid 10 ways, but I'm not going to go through all of that right now, is a pool bonus. So it's a 9% pool at the end of our leadership periods, which can be anywhere from 8 to 9 weeks. So it's not a 4-week period around here. We do 8 to 9 weeks when it comes to the business aspect, and all the money is put into a global pool, and then 9% is pulled out for all of the different ranks from bronze to crown ambassador. And this is how it looks. But one of the other ways that we get paid, which I think is so amazing, is customers. Every 3 customers that purchase 2 products, you're going to make about $100. And not only are you going to make $100, but you're going to get 2 boxes of free product. 2 boxes of free product that you can sell. That's 100% profit. And the thing is, you can do this over and over again. It's not like, oh, you can only do that once. You can do that 10, 20, 300, 500, 1,000 times, and the company will send you your product and will pay you your money. And they have been paying for now 11 years, every single week, on time, no problems. It is one of the best feelings in the world. We also have what we call a lifestyle car bonus. So you can either take the money, or you can go and lease your car and drive your Mercedes, get your ring, get your jacket, move on up to Paris, because now you're traveling. You got your next jacket, got your next ring. And from there on you're going to go double diamond and go to Japan, upgrade that lease on that car if you want, or upgrade your money for your lifestyle. And guess what? You're going to be having that Tesla onto Dubai, and then a his and her presidential Rolex watch at Crown Ambassador. So I know by now, if you're wanting to be a part of this business, I know where you want to be. You want to be Crown Ambassador. And listen, next month, on the 22nd, we'll be in Vegas for our convention. I think it's going to be the Now Conference. I think it's going to be simply amazing. So even if you're not in the company and you want to be a part of that, get back to the person that brought you this call. Tell them you want to be there. You want to be in Vegas with us. You want to learn more. You want to experience the lifestyle that Sankey affords you. Okay. And if that's you, get back to the person that brought you this call. But by now, I know you want to decide which package you want, whether it's the Sankey Unified Starter Kit all the way up to our Pro Pack. The choice is yours. The choice is yours, guys. But I want to draw your attention to that small thing on the bottom, this right here, your cell phone, which is the most expensive piece of real estate that you can definitely own. We have a Sankey Share app that allows you to share a link and get paid. Like seriously, videos, the link to your store. You can even create a video as you're talking about, oh, the Bellage does this and da, da, da. You can actually create that video off that app and send it out to people. Like when and where? Guys, I'm telling you, this company is simply amazing. Everything that you can think of is always wrapped up in everything that this company offers. And they do it with a spirit of excellence, So I want to say thank you so much for getting on, and get back to the person that brought you to this call and let them know that you've decided this is where you want to be. So I want to know who all our guests are on the line. If you can raise your hand, let me know. No guests on the line. All of these persons are distributors. Okay, no problem. So no guests. Okay. Welcome, Ms. Thomas. Welcome, Daphne. Thank you so much for being on the line. Do you all have any questions? Are there any questions that you would like to ask?
Not at the moment.
Okay, no problem. Just making sure I've covered all my bases.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming, though. We appreciate you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
You're
Ms.
welcome.
Ms. Daphne, any questions?
No questions at this time.
Okay, cool. No problem. I appreciate you coming and taking the time out. We appreciate you.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, so much, so much. And
Yeah,
so,
you're welcome. I'll
so
get back to the person who invited me concerning what products I may want to order.
definitely, and
But
if there
thank
are,
you.
and if there are any questions, she'll be able to get back to us and we'll be able to assist you with that. So please let us know. We're here to serve.
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Opal, I see your hand up. Any questions?
No,
Yes,
no, no questions now. I just raised my hand to say I'm a guest.
Well, welcome.
Yvette,
Well, welcome, Miss Opal. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for dropping in. And we want to say thank you for taking time out to come on this call.
and the products are great.
Awesome, 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 awesome. That is
Yes, they're-
incredible. Thank you so
Thank
much.
You're welcome.
So I want to say to the rest of the team that's on here, thank you so much for getting on. We will be having a team meeting in 5 minutes or less, or maybe 2 minutes. Once I end this call, jump back on the call and we'll be
Hello.
starting. Yes, Miss Charlton?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm absolutely amazing. How are you?
I'm thanking God for life. I was trying to get on before you were finished with the testimonies.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'd just like to say that I've been on the products now for roughly 3 months,
Yes, ma'am.
and diabetes and hypertension are my two main causes because I've lost a toe on my right foot from the diabetes. However, recently I had a toe that was irritated and became infected, and it affected my whole left foot. So for like 2, 3 months now, I went to church on Sunday for the first time in about 2 to 3 months. But what I want to say during the time, I was still using the products, right? And my foot has healed tremendously well. It isn't 100%, but I would say it's about 90 to 95% healed. It hasn't completely closed up, but it's just about closed up. The toe itself, what was infected, that has healed. But on Sunday when I went to church and after church talking to a couple of the members, they said to me, "You look like you lost weight." And I just wanted to dance. I didn't because I still was in church, but I just want to say that I wanted to recommend the product, but I said I didn't want to do it until they could see I'm using something that cause a difference. And so I can say, I said, people tell me I'm losing weight. It isn't me. People tell me I'm losing weight. And I could see I lose weight and I feel more energized. Let me put it like that. And so I just want to say thanks for my Sankey moment and to encourage you, Dr. Ruth, and you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my God, that's an amazing testimony. Miss Charlton, you better put that on a video note for me or do it on a video, please. Don't play at me.
Okay. Okay.
Huh. Talking about I doing a good job, you better try it. Oh, Lord. Miss Wendy, Tony, I saw you on mute. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Want to say,
Go
I
ahead.
just want to say that I was introduced by Miss Yvette Francis.
Awesome. Dimple Yvette Francis. Well, yes, she's
Mhm.
amazing. She's an amazing person. Absolutely amazing.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay.
Miss Wendy, Tony, I saw you on mute. I wasn't sure if you wanted to speak. So please let me know if you did. Not sure.
No, Mom.
No? Okay. No problem. I don't want to stop it and then you. Okay, cool. No problem. Thank you so much for coming as well. So guys, I just want to say thank you for getting on. All distributors will be having a call in about 2 minutes. Jump back on the line. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. Anyone in your downline, get them on the call. We got to do what we got to do. Make it happen. Make it happen. See y'all there, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.